Oh, what's going on, everybody? It's Thursday. It's Adam Henkel here, and we're live here. We're gonna get into it in just a bit. It's just me today. Let me know how you guys are doing. I actually am gonna crack a beer here because I am heading off camping tomorrow morning, and I'm taking a week to spend some time camping with the family. My kids are super excited. So we're heading off in the morning. So this is my pre-camping beer that I get to enjoy while I hang out with you guys. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know what you guys are up to. Sound levels are good. Thanks, Kath. Let me know. Yeah, let me know what you guys have been up to so far this summer. We've been on summer break now here in Canada where we are. Kids have been off for about 3 weeks. No, this is not Busch Light. This is a local. I'm kind of a beer snob. This is a beer called Fat Tug. It's hard to see with the light here. And it is. I live on an island, so it's reference to the ocean. But it's an IPA by Driftwood Brewery here in Victoria, BC. So yeah, what do you guys been up to? Anybody build anything awesome? We're gonna get into it pretty quick here. Today's live, I want to just go over some of our favorite projects. It's not all of the best projects, but some of our favorite projects that have won the Project of the Month contest in the past over the last few years. So there's about 10 or 11 projects that we're gonna look at, take a look at. So if you guys have any questions for me, it's just me today. Feel free to get those ready. You can ask me some questions in a bit. I'm guessing there won't be too many. We'll keep this probably to about half an hour or so, today's hangout. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, hit me up. Let me know in the comments what you guys have been up to. Yeah, pretty much that's it. So we'll wait another minute here. Brendan, go get your beer. 3 beers. Oh, Doug, you got 3 beers there. Yeah, grab your beers, ciders, whatever you got, and we'll get into this pretty quick. Should be fun just to kind of relive some of our favorite projects that we've seen in the past in the contest. So let's pull it up here. What do we got? Let's go. I'll make it bigger, maybe. All right, let's get into it. So the first, actually, maybe I'll give you a little bit of kind of an update on the makers mob. I don't have any slides for it, but a lot of the makers have been kind of doing camping trips and stuff. So some of them are in and out of the shop. Jesse finished up. He's been doing a bunch of work on the off-grid property. We've got another video coming out tomorrow where he's just prepping the footings in the property for a shed that he's going to be building. He's got a bunch of timbers that he's been working on. So he's actually away right now for this week on a camping trip as well. But he will be back soon and get into that shed build, which is going to be awesome. Coming up with the Makers Mob, we've got next Friday, we're going to release Frank Howarth put together a storage shelf design overview of a storage shelf that he's done recently. The video's on YouTube, but this will be kind of him talking the theory behind why he designed it, how to save money on projects right now if the materials are too expensive, just kind of his thoughts on that. So some good insights on that. Last week, John Heiss released a little tutorial on how to organize a shop drawer for sanding materials. If you haven't seen that, you can check that out on the site. For those of you who are members, and if you're not a member and you're here watching, there's a link in the description for you to check us out at the Makers Mob, and you can join through that link there. So is my knife complete? Yeah, I used it earlier. It's upstairs at my house up there. My knife is done. I could nah, I'm not gonna get it. But yeah, it turned out awesome. I actually posted some pictures on the Makers Mob Instagram. If you go back on that, you can see it, as well as way back in the Facebook group. But I'll post it about it in a little bit, Doug, for you. All right, let's get into showing off some projects, wherever you're from. We're pronouncing that word different. We always talk about how it's said differently for some reason. We've got top 10 or 11 projects that we've seen over the last little while that have ended up winning Project of the Month. Some of them actually date a little while back, but I had to dig up some of my favorites in the past. So we do have a Don Bean project. For those of you who know Don from the community, one that he won a couple years ago now. So let's get into it. This was one that David Fisk submitted, a segmented vase. Number of different species of wood in this project. If you're interested in learning how to do a segmented bowl or turning project, Frank Howarth has an awesome tutorial on how to lay out the segmented bowl, as well as how to turn it and actually assemble it and glue it up and turn it, and the stages to do that. And it's very similar to what you see in this project. So if you're a member of the Makers Mob, you check that out. Frank Howarth. Just search for his projects and tutorials, and you can find a couple different tutorials all about that he's done. Super insightful. Frank's such a great teacher. So. But yeah, this is just a beautiful project. The top rim there is obviously black walnut. And then you've got some maple, some bird's eye maple, bunch of different stuff in there. So beautiful, beautiful project from David. And he won Project of the Month for this. I think all these projects are winners. Maybe there's one or two that didn't win, but were just too good not to highlight. So that was one of my favorite projects from the past. Another project, Doug, you're here. Absolutely love your quarter sawn white oak hutch or armoire or whatever you call this to go with the rest of your furniture. We did a full special live where we highlighted this project, and Doug kind of broke down kind of his journey, his story in designing furniture for his own home. So if you want to see that, just check back on the Makers Mob YouTube channel, and you can see that live that we did about 3 or 4 months ago or something like that. But yeah, beautiful project that Doug did, and he made it all dovetail drawers. Just, yeah, gorgeous kind of craftsman style project that Doug did here. Next project that from the past, John Field submitted this a while ago, and this is just a stunning walnut side table that he inlaid some artwork in there. And I cannot remember the story behind this, the piece that's inlaid there. But if anyone remembers the story behind that, make sure you write in the comment if you remember anything about that. But there's some kind of significance to what he has inside of the table, but very simple design. But you know, the tapered legs, the little archway underneath that kind of matches on the stretcher, that matches the circular design. It's just a beautiful project that John submitted, and he won the Project of the Month with this one as well. So yeah, but I can't remember exactly. I want to say that it's something to do with Israel, because his family heritage is from Israel. And I just can't remember what it is. But anyways, if someone remembers, put it in the comments. And then, of course, Mario with his Japanese inspired lantern that he made, and that top flips up. Also just a beautiful, beautiful design. The top is half lap joints. And yeah, this is out of obviously cherry wood, but gorgeous project that he did there. Now, just want to say again that these are not all of our favorite, because if we were going to do all of our favorite projects from the past couple years, we'd be here for a long time, because when we do the project of the month contest, a lot of times it's like a toss up between like the top 5. Sometimes there's a clear standout winner, but a lot of times you could literally just put names in a hat and draw it. And we have done that in the past if it's too difficult to choose. So if you don't see a project that you made that you think should have been in this list or in this presentation where we're kind of going back, don't be offended, because I probably looked at it and just for time's sake, I just selected kind of the ones that I had easily accessible in a file on my computer. And yeah, so don't be offended if you don't see your project here, because guaranteed it's probably needed to be here if you're thinking that. Next one. This one, Marta. I cannot remember. I should have actually looked up how many pieces these were, but this project, my gosh, this is a portrait, I believe, of her sister that she did, and she ripped up all these little strips. You can see in the top left of this picture here. I'll make that big. In the top left, and she cut them all into these little blocks, and then she inserted those into this frame and created like pixel art out of these little blocks. Super amazing. I said it before when we announced the winner. This is a while ago, probably a year ago, maybe 6 months ago when she won. I don't know if I would have the patience to do this myself. If you think you would have the patience to do this, or you're interested in doing anything like this, comment below, because personally, I like quick results. And when it's a project like this that looks too time consuming, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. I probably could. I'm saying I couldn't, but yeah, to me that this is just something that's super impressive and artistic as well. So great project. Love being reminded of this one for sure. So Marta, if you're watching this sometime in the future, congratulations. You did an awesome job. And then Adam, this little, I believe this is a jewelry box that he did, but just very, very simple, but unique design that I would say this is probably a Japanese inspired design here as well. And that's him with the actual prize that he won from a while ago. We got Kath saying comparing Kimiko at level 1 to that is level infinity. Yeah, definitely. Kimiko is its own kind of patience, but that itself, Marta's project is a whole nother level of patience. But yeah, beautiful project that Adam did here. We've had some people who have won send pictures of prizes that they've won with their projects, which is kind of cool to be able to look back on. If you guys have any questions about these projects at all, I mean, feel free to ask. There might be people watching that can remember when we announced them or when they were presented and kind of remember more of the story behind them. But these are all projects that came through our community, and it's just fun to look back and see. It's like looking back on your phone years back. And Doug says beer 4 ketchup out. I can only do one. I got a pack for camping tonight. It's 4:30 here, 4:20, and we've got a pack still tonight, and I got to take off first thing in the morning. So I'm only doing one, Doug, only one. But I will say this one is 7%, so it is slightly stronger than your average beer. Next project that we're going to highlight, this is the Don Bean project, and this was like, so before we knew who Don Bean really was, Don submitted this, and I was like, what the heck is this? Like, this is insane. But then we got to know who Don Bean really was, and we see that everything he does is insane. And if you've been around the community, he's been in the Makers Mob community for a number of years now, and some of the work that he's submitted or put in the group it's next level. He did this this armoire, and my gosh, I mean, you can go back years and see it, but he's done some insane projects. This one, he made everything from scratch, the handles, everything. Just an amazing craftsman. So if you don't know who Don is, connect with him in the private community if you're a member. But this project here won him Project of the Month, and you know what? He's got like such a good setup, and he's really done well with his career in woodworking. When he won this, he actually donated his prize to someone else, and so we ended up giving it away to someone else, which I don't think we publicly announced, but now we are. So awesome guy too. So that is probably one of my favorite projects, just because I love the design, the little stepped curves in the bottom underneath the bottom shelf. Just so nice to look at. Very, very well designed project. Tapered legs. Yeah, I can't really say enough about this thing. It's just, when I look at it, I would purchase this for sure. If I saw it in a store, this would be something I would be personally attracted to. So yeah, he made the design himself, Kath. So can you still focus on the screen there, Doug? Yeah, Doug. Yeah, it's a green and green style, craftsman style project there. But even how it with the drawers, how they kind of taper and then they curve and drop down on the side, and you've got the through tenons coming through the drawers, and you see in the middle where it's narrower, the single square peg, and then the two square pegs on the far outside of the drawer. I just love the aesthetics of it, and just the balance of everything, the symmetry. Yeah, it's just, to me, it's a solid project. So Nathan Fott won this. He actually sent me this picture after he was done. He won, obviously, a t-shirt and these Freud router bits that we sent him. But he built the samurai Japanese-inspired toolbox. So that was his submission. That was definitely like a year and a half, 2 years ago that he won this. But Nathan has been very active and a huge part of our community, so had to show off his win when he took this one home. And then Matt Beauford built this. Young craftsman that built this and designed this himself as well. But another stunning piece. I didn't get a picture of the top, but you can kind of see the top where he's sitting on, the figure on that wood, and he grain matched it through, even though he ripped it and laminated the maple in between, but the figure on top that just kind of carries through, even though it's broken up by that maple lamination, it was just a beautiful, beautiful piece, well designed. Again, kind of green and green style design with the little cloud lift detail on the stretchers. But yeah, beautiful pieces as well there. And Ray Reed. Now this one, if anyone remembers this, there also is a story here that's significant. I believe it's something to do with maybe his grandfather or something, and that he was storing some of his some memories and stuff of him in this piece. But the stained glass and everything, I'm pretty sure he did all of that himself, if I remember correctly, which was pretty awesome. But this is dating back a little while, where he did that, and he did the carving and all that himself. And everything, I believe, was done by hand with this one. So great project. I think we're coming to one of the last ones, if not the last one, which is also one of my favorites. That's why it's in this little memory lane presentation. But yeah, Gabriel built the Samurai workbench. But this, if you didn't know, you see on the right hand photo, there's I believe it's a dime that's sitting on end. This was made quarter scale. So he took the Samurai Carpenter workbench plans and he downsized it by 75%. So this is 1/4 scale miniature Samurai Carpenter workbench that he built. And he even has the little vice and the dead man with the I don't think those are active, but maybe those are the little dog clamps there, or the hold fasts. I don't know if those are actually, if he made those or what he did with those, but really cool, like fully functional workbench, quarter scale. So that is definitely one of my favorite ones from the past. If you remember that wasn't too long ago that he built this and put this out in the group. So if you didn't see Ray, are you on here? Nice. Ray, what was the story behind that? I want to go back there for a second now that you commented. What was the story behind that? Just like give a little summary in the comments there. I feel like there was some significance to that project. I just cannot remember it. I didn't go back to look at it. But definitely stood out as something that was pretty awesome project. So if you guys remember another project, I mean, comment in the comments if you remember something else that stands out that we didn't touch on, or feel free to write me, because I want to do more of these in the future where we just kind of go back and even if it's projects that people didn't put in the into the project of the month contest, but they maybe submitted it to the group, I want to like highlight these things and catch them and kind of let people know about them, because it's all part of the community and it's super fun to be able to share kind of with the world what's coming out of the community. So yeah, any questions, guys, or any comments or anything about what you guys are up to this summer that you want to share with us? We do have, I'm not ready to fully disclose something awesome that's coming up, but I'll give you a little hint, and I don't have a timeline on it yet, but we are talking with SawStop about a big prize giveaway coming up. So that's going to be in the next bit, and it will be, I believe it's going to be for members only, but we'll see. So that's something exciting that's coming up for a contest. It's going to be a big one though. So that's all the details I can give you on that, but yeah, look forward to that. Your father, so this is Ray. My father was a cabinet maker, but he passed away when I was young, says Ray. So making that brought back a lot of memories, and it now holds all of his prized chisels, which is awesome. So Ray, did you do this stained glass yourself? Feel like you did, or maybe it was a family member or something that did the stained glass. Let me know. I'm curious about that. That's awesome. You're on here. So awesome. And other than this, what are you guys working on? Anybody have some like a big project or anything that you're working on this summer? Write in the comments. So yeah, I mean, while I wait for these comments, that's pretty much what we got going on as far as project of the month. We will announce the next project of the month pretty soon. We're just lining up some awesome prizes for that. Like I said, the glass was made. Okay, there you go. The glass was made by my sister. So Ray's sister. made that glass. Awesome job, Ray. Super awesome to have you on here. I'm glad you could see that. We appreciate your work and what you've done and how you've been a part of the community. So yeah, that's awesome. I like that some of you guys that actually were talking about your projects are actually on here. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, and that's it. I think that's all we have as far as the projects that we're going to look at this time. Doug is you're making a new bedroom set this winter. Is it going to match the rest of your furniture? If you guys haven't seen some of these lives, we did lives with different members of the Makers Mob. We did lives with a bunch of makers that are all available. Some of them are available on the YouTube channel, the Makers Mob YouTube channel. You can go back and check those out for sure. Again, if you're not a member of the Makers Mob and you want to be, there's a link in the description. You can do that at any time and join the community. If you guys are, that's pretty much all I had planned today, was just to kind of look at these projects and hopefully you guys are inspired by seeing these to plan out your next project that you can build that you're going to maybe submit in a contest or just share with the community. But yeah, hopefully these projects inspired you in some way to just get in the shop and make some stuff, because that's what this community is all about. So I'm not seeing too many comments come in as far as what you guys are up to, other than Doug. He's been 4 beers in. He's chatty. He's chatty Cathy in there. No, if you guys don't have any questions, then we're gonna wrap this thing up. Keep going, keep working in the shop. We will announce the next Project of the Month contest. It's most likely going to be kind of a summer contest where we'll include July and August. So there's no rush to get your work done this month, because you'll be able to submit the project into the contest for multiple months. Fixing your mini table saw so you can do the Kamiko. Nice, awesome. That Kamiko challenge, awesome course that Neil Paskin from Paskin Makes put together for us. If you haven't had a chance to watch that and you're interested in Kamiko, it's still available to watch in the Makers Mob. The Q&A response video section of it isn't live, isn't happening, but you can always watch the course, which is super insightful. And if you don't know how to do Kamiko, watch that and you'll be able to do it. Wait for the bourbon. Have a safe trip. Nice, Doug. Awesome, guys. Well, that's it from me. If you guys have any other questions or anything, feel free to reach out to me in the Facebook group, in the community. I'm just reading Ray's comment here. I'm quiet, but always reading posts. There you go. Always getting inspired. Thanks for the live hangouts too. No problem, man. No problem. Great to have you on here. This is Bill. Nice, Bill. You, I believe, had a project that won Project of the Month that I didn't grab on here, but I should have. I feel like I'm trying to remember. There's been so many of them, but I feel like there was one that you made that we should have had on here. You bought a sawmill waiting for the delivery. Then you're going to do a timber pergola. Nice. Awesome. Can't wait to see that. Make sure you share that with the community. All right, guys. If you guys, again, aren't part of the Makers Mob community, hit that link in the description and join us. Get involved. We'd love to have you. Otherwise, guys, have an awesome evening. Have a great summer for those of you who are just kind of poking in. Make sure you get in the shop, get busy, and stay tuned for more awesome stuff we got coming up. Oh, I do have I'm not going to announce that, but we got stuff coming up. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Enjoy your evening. Have a great rest of your night. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Wood Ninja out.